Alright, so my name is Gamal Doyle, known as Skinny Fabulous, 135 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal, bad than the Navy SEAL. I grew up, I was born and raised in St. Vincent on the rural side of the island. And I like to think of it as the more rootical side, you know, the culturally rich side, the vibesy side of the island. I started out in music as a dancehall artist, and my start in music wasn't in a church, although most artists, when you listen to their interviews, they started out in the church, you know, singing the good old thing, and then that sort of evolved into being whatever music choice that they ended up with. But for me, I started out in school as just entering talent searches, and my first spark of real, true and professional interest in music came from just having to do a project in school where I had to write about my favorite artist or somebody I looked up to, and that person was Bounty Killer, cross, angry, you know. And the funny thing is, my teacher said, okay, now that you've written a poem about Bounty Killer and you like him so much and you want to be like him, etc., maybe you should try singing it instead. And so instead of just reading the poem, I sang the poem. And when I sang the poem, I shut down the class. And I was like a class superstar. And you see, from being a class superstar, I wanted to be a school superstar. And then from being a school superstar, I wanted to be like a district superstar, then a country superstar. You understand? And then from being a national superstar, I wanted to be a regional superstar. And then from being a regional superstar, I wanted to be a star in the diaspora. And you catch where I'm going with this? Okay, cool. So that's how my start in music came, just from school. And eventually I got into soca music, really and truly just because the dancehall thing didn't work. But in the end, everything happens for a reason. And soca music is one of those genres that I will never look back on at all. As in, walk away from. This is my life now, soca. I will never leave soca to go back to even attempt any other genre. So instead, what I did was to take my passion for dancehall and fuse it into soca music. And the marriage works perfect for me. Soca and road, and me as a performer, one never influenced the other for me. So as a soca performer, I was never really the person to want to go on the road and be a reveler. I always found it very tedious and tiring, and just the thought of it was mind-boggling to me, because I just couldn't understand why I'm going to wake up at 7 in the morning, get ready, go on the road 8, jump whole day, wake up the next day and do the same thing again, as if my feet did me something and I vexed with them and I trying to punish them in life. But I did the adventurous thing 2 years ago, which was to actually go on the road without being hired to perform, without being asked to come and make an appearance or be a part of our band. I bought a wristband because although I decided to give reveling a chance, I never gave putting on a costume a chance, you know? Cause man, a bad man, when I deal with shiny costume and glitter and business, right? At least so I thought then. So I gave being on the road a chance, and I realized that once you're in that moment of following a truck and just being open and just forgetting about the walk and the road and the actual journey of it, I think it hit me then that this is what these people always wait for every year. And I sing about it every year too. But I guess I was slightly dishonest about it. So I never got the honesty of road until 2 years ago. And now that I've experienced road as a reveler, spending 8 hours on the road, I will never go back to not going on the road again. As a road man from now. You understand? I don't even need a road manager. As a road man now, all the time. Skinny Fabulous, the soca artist. It's a very weird story, right? So Skinny Fabulous, the man who never really liked soca to begin with in the early parts of his career, he's now a big soca artist. And then Skinny Fabulous, the soca artist, who never really got himself involved in playing mass and going on the road and jumping up behind trucks. He's a big road man now. Find me on the road, I play in Jab, I play in Trini, I play in Auntie, I play in everywhere. Behind the truck, I love it. And now, Skinny Fabulous, the road man, has now entered into mass and the art form and the craftsmanship of costumes and designs, because these are things that I never paid attention to. And so the funny thing is that this year, my business partner and I decided to go into doing a mass band. And I didn't want to involve myself in something that I didn't understand and that I couldn't appreciate. So I literally flew to Trinidad, met with the designers, and we all went to New York and shopped for gems and feathers and fabric and trims and tiaras and things and those little shiny things they put on your hands and things, right? And it allowed me to see the process and the time that it takes for a designer from drawing to prototype. It allowed me to appreciate that process. And so I almost had a crash course in costume designs and how it's done, and from production to distribution, and I could see it now. And so my love for Carnival now has gone way beyond just being a man on the road, but as a man who likes to see costumes and appreciate the art that goes into doing it. So understand that I've been coming to Antigua for several years as Skinny Fabulous and as Skinny Fabulous the Roadman. But now I'm coming to Antigua as Skinny Fabulous the Roadman and the mass and the carnival and the costume appreciating singer. And it's impossible for me to come to Antigua and want to be involved in mass and not be associated with the biggest mass band, right? And the biggest mass band in Antigua, undoubtedly, unequivocally, is Myst. And if I want to be the best, I have to associate with the best. And so some phone calls were made, and I get you, I got myself involved in Myst Carnival, and I got a chance to see the costumes, right? Which I was impressed with all of them, just from the photos. And lucky for me, I flew all the way from a little hole in the wall place in St. Vincent, and I came to Antigua, and I physically looked at the costumes, which it's rare that you find that the real costumes look, the costumes look even better than what the pictures came out to be, you know. And so when I walked through the band house and I saw all the costumes, and I said, boy, how am I going to choose a costume? But I found my costume, and the costume that I found, I feel we have a connection, and I hope that the Antiguan public too will take a liking to this particular costume. I mean, all the sections are very beautifully crafted costumes. But you see my costume is a shell-down costume. So look out for the Skinny Fabulous section in Myst Carnival. Ego bad, ego wicked. And ladies, start run up and down now. If that's your thing, run up and down now. Sorry, I'm talking to the camera now. I was talking to you. Start run up and down now. That's what I have to tell the ladies now. They have to start the little treadmilling. And if that is not your thing, come. Because like Kendrick Lamar said, you know, the realness of stretch marks and little rolls, we like to see that, and I think ladies sometimes misunderstand what we as men, we like to see it too. You know, there's some of us, and most of us, we like to see the natural beauty of a woman. So if running up and down and eating vegetation for 6 months is not your thing, munch down a cheesecake, come on the road, play with Skinny Fabulous, play with Myst, and then we have a time. 2017.
Make me jump and sing. Last step on body balancing. Whining in and out of time, me them spread out and gong like cake and icing. When the bubble and start back it up. Make the thing explode, dip it up. Oh Lord, I am tempted to touch when them legs apart and them